Feraud. I am part of Historic Clusters, and I also attend Southside Community School.
I am the Reverend Sari Rivera from Christian Community Church. We want to talk about the voice of the residents of Worcester and what they've been asking for, what they've been talking about. And one of the things that I want to say is that one of the things that is crucial is that the voice of the residents must be heard. And that's not what we've seen in the pattern of this issue with the pools. And so one of the perfect examples is that when the consultant firm that the city received to come and consult regarding the building of the pool, Save Our Pools or the residents or the 6 hearings, none of that was ever taken into account in regards to when we go to make a proposal on what the 3 pools are. It is crucial to understand that we, the people, are the ones that vote and should be heard. We live in a democratic society. And not a manipulative political society. So it is important that the voice of the people be heard on what we are requesting and what is possible to do. We're not asking the impossible, we're truly asking what's something that is possible, and you'll see that here tonight.
The voice of the people, as Sari said, has not been heard. The community have been working hard for over 2 years to keep all 9 pools. To count just this year, we had 6 public hearings. And out of those 6 public hearings, over 500 people had attended those hearings. That's 15 times more than usual public hearings. Usually, at most public hearings, only 10 people show up. The Save Our Pools Coalition, working with the community, have been giving out some different surveys and reports. We surveyed over 600 people, and out of those 600 people, 98% of them wanted pools over spray parks. So the community has participated and really wants to work with the city councilors to keep all 9 pools.
To the elected officials, I say that there are a group of people, there are residents here that are willing to work and work hard and not take this line down. We will be heard. And to all the people, remember, it's election time.
That's right.
And do not vote for who looks good or who smiles good, but who actually puts their money where their mouth is and does what the people request to do. That's right.
Hi, my name is Janeezi, aka Janeezi, from Worcester. Also, I go to school at South High. Just been in there all day. I'm here to talk about the pool, as we all know. First, during August 2006, we asked for 9 pools. We had 9 pools. And then it came out that they proposed us that we're going to get only 8 pools. And we said no, we want 9 pools. Well, the community said no, we want 9 pools. Again, they made a proposal around here, July 2008. They said they're going to give us 3 pools in the spring park. And we said no, we don't want that. And to me, I feel really bad about this because I worked with the kids to keep 9 pools. I volunteered to stay here and said I'll volunteer to help clean the pools. But I feel bad because nobody listens to me. I feel like I did work that are not being recognized. I did work that nobody noticed. I did work that nobody heard about me. And seeing the little kids, my brother, other youth, other siblings come in here and not get the point to go to the pool and just, giving us 5 sprinklers, come on. To me, I feel bad. And I feel like I worked for nothing. And I'm here today to let counselors or whoever is supporting this or who are not supporting this to know that we're ready to do whatever we can do to help. So I want our voice to be heard. I want you guys to know Janeezi is here today to represent for all the youth and for all the kids from Worcester. So please, all we're asking is this. We don't want this. We don't want only 3 pools or this. We want 9 pools. That's all we're asking for. And if you're going to close the pool, please don't close the pool where there's only, poor neighborhoods are. We don't want that. 9 pools is all we're asking for. And I know it's mad easy to do that, to give us 9 pools. That's all we're asking for. Thank you.
I'm Grace Ross, and as folks know, I've been advocating for the pools with the rest of the pools folks for a while. We know that there's been this conversation about the big pools and how much they would cost to put in place. And looking at more reasonable sized pools, we know we can afford them. But one of the questions that hasn't really been talked about in a while is the question of actually repairing existing pools. As folks know, we were given a report, I don't know, let's see, 4 years ago I think this is from, looking at how much the cost would be to repair all of the pools at the time. Now the city didn't put aside the money at the time to do these repairs. You have in front of you the more in-depth figures if you want to look through them. But we basically looked at the question of how much that the city had said it would cost at the time to repair the pools and to repair the bathhouses. And if you'll notice, the figure hasn't changed much. It's at $7.5 million. It's the same as what's being suggested when it was put out, and I know it's just a proposal, but when the 3 mega pools were put out as a potential suggestion, that was the same amount of money. Now we know the pools are not in the condition they were in when this report was done, but we've also talked with folks who do this as a living. Some of them are here and are going to be available later to talk and share information. But we actually took out the models of the existing pools and showed them to some of the folks who do this for a living. And what they told us was, we understand that we're committed to zero entry to make sure that the pools are accessible for everybody. They looked at some of the pool designs though and said, oh, you know, we've actually repaired pools like this. We've actually taken a pool with the problems we have right now with the drain issue, right? Because the drains have to be upgraded to meet the Newton drain standard requirements. They said they've taken pools very similar to ours, same size, probably built at the same time in other communities, replaced those drains, fixed the body of the pool, sprayed and covered it, whatever was necessary, and built what's the equivalent of a ramp down into water, down the side of it, sort of eating away part of the decking around the pool, and created a ramp down into the pool that would indeed be by ADA standards. And, you know, we don't have exact figures on how much it would cost them to do all of that. But if you look at even, this in a second, if you look at just those pools, it's possible that some of our pools, even though they may need a big repair, are repairable for maybe $200,000. They've done that in other communities. Now, our folks need to get in, and the city's agreed to work with us on this, to get some of these folks in to look at and actually assess what a real pool in Worcester, some of the ones that are in better condition, are actually possibly, how they could be repaired and how much it would really cost to do it. But they said, when we met with them, Chacha said, well, you know, is this something that's a repair that's going to last 10 years and we're going to put in $200,000? And they said, no, this is a long-term renovation. It doesn't require pulling out the whole pool that's there, but it's a long-term renovation that would last like 20 years. So we had other options. This was just pulling out the cost of what the bathhouses needed at that point, because remember, we're getting figures that are sometimes related to just pools and some of the pools and the bathhouses together. But this is what the repair looked like for the bathhouses then, $665,000. And we know that in other communities, sometimes the bathhouse repairs has been pulled out and done in kind and through community labor and donations. So there are ways we can get there if we get there together. Thanks.